1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Danushka Madhavala and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The vaccination program has been implemented successfully in several districts at present. Record number of people has been arrested in 24 hours for violating the quarantine regulations. Farmers have brought more than 10 million kilos of vegetables to the Dambulla Economic Centre. Sri Lanka confirmed 42 deaths due to COVID-19 yesterday, raising the total to 1,405. Former MP Baddegama Samithathera has passed away due to COVID-19. In news from overseas, Vietnam detects new UK-Indian combined COVID variant. In sports, Chelsea won the Champions League for the second time. The Ministry of Health says the COVID vaccination program will commence in Ratnapura, Kandy and Jaffna districts from today. The program was conducted in the Western Province and in several other districts yesterday. The vaccination program has already been conducted in Kurunegala, Galle and Mathura districts. The government says Sputnik V vaccines will be given to the people of Kandy. The government said that it is expected to vaccinate 60% of the country's population by December. Minister Kehelian Ramukwala says that the government aims to inoculate the entire population who requires vaccine in the country within the next 3 months. Another 2 million COVID-19 doses will arrive in the country on the 6th of next month. The minister made these comments while participating in a meeting held at Kandy yesterday. 50,000 COVID vaccines have been handed over to the Jaffna district today. The governor of the Northern Province, PSM Charles, presented the vaccines to the Director of Health Services of the Northern Province and the Director of the Jaffna Teaching Hospital. The event was held at the Jaffna Teaching Hospital today. The police have arrested 914 persons during the last 24 hours ended at 6 a.m. this morning for violating quarantine regulations. This is the largest number of people arrested during the 24-hour period since the law was enforced. Most of them are from the Mathura district and the count was 171. Sri Lanka confirmed 42 deaths due to COVID-19 yesterday, raising the total to 1,405. The Director General of Health Services Saturday confirmed 42 deaths that included 6 deaths that occurred yesterday and 36 deaths occurred between the 14th and the 28th of May due to COVID-19 virus infection. The total number of deaths due to COVID-19 infection in Sri Lanka is 1,405 by now. According to Epidemiology Unit of the Health Ministry, 2,882 new COVID-19 cases were reported yesterday. Among the positive cases identified are 2,827 persons from the New Year COVID-19 cluster and 55 foreign arrivals currently under quarantine. According to the Epidemiology Unit report, a total of 180,593 COVID-19 cases have been reported and 30,839 infected patients are being treated at hospitals, while 148,391 patients have fully recovered and been discharged from hospitals. According to the Epidemiology Unit report, so far, total of 1,520,257 people have received the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine and 345,728 have received the second dose. Consultant Dr. Hemantha Herath requests the public not to pile up in queues to get the COVID vaccines. It may lead to spread of the virus speedily. He said large gatherings will risk the lives of the people. The COVID vaccination program is now being successfully implemented. It took place in Galle, Mathura and Kurunegala districts. District Secretary Shantha Veerasinghe said that vaccination took place at 6 places in the district as well. Priority will be given to high-risk areas. Mathura District Secretary Pradeep Ratnayaka said that people in Malimbada, Akurassa, Waligama and Devinuwara in the Mathura district were given the vaccines. Priority will be given to high-risk areas in Kurunegala district. District Secretary R.M.R. Ratnayaka said the 50,000 vaccine doses were given to the people in the district. He said that another 50,000 vaccines are expected. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Former Member of Parliament and former member of the Southern Provincial Council, Baddegama Samithathera, has passed away this morning due to COVID-19. He has passed away while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Mathura. He was 68 years old at the time of his death. Venerable Baddegama Samithathera was the first ever Buddhist monk to enter the Parliament of Sri Lanka. He was a member of the Sri Lankan Parliament for Galle District from 2001 to 2004 and has also represented Southern Provincial Council under United People's Freedom Alliance. The final rites of the Venerable Thera will be held under the COVID-19 guidelines this evening at the Baddegama Crematorium today. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Panduasnuwara Pradeshya Sabha, RPD Sunil Jayavira, who was receiving treatment at the Infectious Disease Hospital due to COVID-19 infection, has passed away yesterday. He was 60 years old at the time of his death and a father of 3. Ratnapura Police has unearthed a racket selling robbed three-wheelers. A suspect has fled from the authorities in Ratnapura when police attempted to arrest him in connection to the theft of 13 stolen three-wheelers that were being resold by replacing number plates through forged documents. Information on the suspect was revealed by an individual arrested by police earlier in connection to the incident. Police said 12 unidentifiable three-wheelers, 2 small trucks, 2 cabs, a lorry and a motorcycle were seized. Police have also arrested 5 suspects in connection to the racket this far, while 30 vehicles were found in possession of the suspects. That ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vedha Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya.
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has instructed the relevant officials to implement a comprehensive mechanism in consultation with all sectors to provide organic fertilizer to farmers for the Maha season without any shortage. The President's national policy framework, Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor, ensures the people's right to a non-toxic diet to create healthy and productive citizens. To make this a reality, the President's objective is to transform the entire agricultural sector of the country to use organic fertilizer. President Rajapaksa stressed the need to achieve this goal for the benefit of future generations without causing any hindrance to farmers. For this purpose, the production capacity of organic fertilizer should be increased. The President instructed the officials to import the quality of high-quality organic fertilizer if the quantity of fertilizer produced locally is not sufficient. The President gave these instructions during a special discussion held with the officials of the Ministry of Agriculture and Organic Fertilizer Manufacturers at the Presidential Secretariat recently. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchlight, the government says a mechanism is in place to supply goods to the public through Lanka Satusa outlets despite the imposition of travel restrictions. The public can order their purchases over the hotline number 1998. Once again, the public can order their purchases over hotline number 1998. And moving on to a bulletin of world news, in the headlines, Vietnam detects new UK-Indian combined COVID variant. Russia confirmed $500 million loan for Belarus as West toughens sanctions. Boris Johnson marries fiancée in secret ceremony. Vietnam has detected a COVID variant that appears to be a combination of the Indian and UK variants and can spread quickly by air. Vietnam's Health Minister Nguyen Thanh Long described the latest mutation on Saturday as very dangerous. Viruses mutate all the time and most variants are inconsequential, but some can make a virus more contagious. Since COVID-19 was first identified in January 2020, thousands of mutations have been detected. Vietnam has uncovered a new COVID-19 variant combining characteristics of the two existing variants first found in India and in the UK. Mr. Nguyen told a government meeting, according to Reuters news agency. Russia has agreed to release a second $500 million loan to Belarus as Moscow stepped up in its support to Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko amid outrage in the West about the grounding of a European passenger plane and the arrest of a dissident journalist. The financial support was announced after Russian President Vladimir Putin held a second day of talks with Lukashenko and treated his guests to a yacht tour in the Black Sea resort of Sochi yesterday. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has married his fiancée, Carrie Symonds, in a secret ceremony at Westminster Cathedral, it has been reported. The wedding was held in front of close friends and family yesterday, according to several newspapers. Downing Street has declined to comment. A small number of church officials were involved in preparations for the Catholic ceremony, which was officiated by Father Daniel Humphreys, it said. The Sun said senior Downing Street aides did not know about the wedding. The Mail on Sunday reported that 30 guests were invited to the ceremony at short notice, the maximum number of attendees allowed under COVID-19 restrictions in England. And to end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Vietnam detects new Indian combined COVID variant. Russia confirms $500 million loan for Belarus as West toughens sanctions. Boris Johnson marries fiancée in secret ceremony. That ends world news, and moving on to development news. The Marine Environment Protection Authority says officials are currently inspecting the fire-stricken Express Pearl vessel and removing debris washed ashore along several beaches. Chairperson of MEPA, Darshini Lahandapura, said they are also collecting data and information related to the incident to file a compensation claim. The MEPA chairperson noted local officials are hoping to file an interim compensation claim shortly. And that was development news.
Sports news is brought to you by...
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
In sports news, it's soccer. Chelsea won the Champions League for the second time with a fully deserved victory over Manchester City in an all-Premier League confrontation in Porto. Thomas Tuchel got the better of his Manchester City counterpart, Pep Guardiola, for the third time since succeeding sacked Frank Lampard in January to bring European club football's biggest prize back to Stamford Bridge for the first time since 2012. Kai Havertz, blossoming after a slow start to Chelsea career, got the winner 3 minutes before half-time when he collected a defence-splitting pass from Mason Mount to round City goalkeeper Edson and score. That was sports news.
My wife always sets a full lunch table, even if it's just the two of us. She always expects people to drop by, like maybe the army.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Contributory deposit of ₹1,000 from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The central bank announced that the government will issue treasury bills for 51 billion rupees through an auction on the 2nd of next month. The treasury bills will be offered in 3 maturities. The minimum amount of a bid is 5 million rupees and multiples of 1 million rupees onwards. Bids are invited from the primary dealers in government securities and should be made only through the electronic bidding facility provided by the central bank. The central bank may accept higher or lower amount than the offered amount at the auction, depending on the market conditions, but without exceeding the total amount on offer. And that was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
In economic news, it was reported that with the opening of the Dambulla Economic Centre this morning, farmers have brought more than 10 million kilos of vegetables. Traders as well as farmers say that despite the large number of farmers bringing in their produce due to the closure of the economic centre for several days, the prices of vegetables were very high. Accordingly, the wholesale price of a kilo of upcountry vegetables such as carrots, beans and banana, peppers, etc. was over 200 rupees, and a number of low-country vegetables such as eggplant, bitter gourd, cucumber and okra were over 150 rupees. Farmers as well as vendors from all over the country have arrived at the Dambulla Economic Centre from midnight on the 29th to sell vegetables from all parts of the country. That was economic news.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue in partnership with the Ministry of Education introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
To conclude the weather report, several spells of showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and in the northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in the Uva province and Ampara and Batiklo districts during the evening or night. Wind speed can be increased up to 40 kilometers at times in the western slope of the Central Hills, northwestern province and in the Hambantota districts. That was the weather report.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue in partnership with the Ministry of Education introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Back to the headlines of this news broadcast. The vaccination program has been implemented successfully in several districts at present. Record number of people have been arrested in 24 hours for violating the quarantine regulations. Farmers have brought more than 10 million kilos of vegetables to the Dambulla Economic Centre. Sri Lanka confirmed 42 deaths due to COVID-19 yesterday, raising the total to 1,405. Former MP Baddegama Samithathera has passed away due to COVID-19. In world news, Vietnam detects new UK-Indian combined COVID variant. Sports, Chelsea won the Champions League for the second time.